The stakes have been raised here in the wild card round as it's time to win or get an early start on the offseason. It's the Packers going up against the Rams. With that, we're once again off to L.A. We're standing by. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. The one running back is Gurley. Back to throw. Goff. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tamme, there. And that'll bring up second down. The offense on your screen now, and Todd Gurley on your screen. That is the back of the present and the future.
And what an amazing return for him from a knee injury his last year in college at the University of Georgia. Now, it's like it never happened. There's nothing he can't do on the football field. And if you're a defense, that's a long day trying to prepare for Todd Gurley.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go.
Here's Goff. And Tamme with it over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
The intended receiver, Tavon Austin, and that'll bring up second down. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Clay Matthews is an absolute force. Multiple Pro Bowls as an outside linebacker. He can swing inside and create the same havoc.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Incomplete on the right side. It's Tamme. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Goff. It's caught, left side, Tamme. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But Right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, LA. Jacob Tamme, 39 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Nelson, the man in motion right. Nelson, the man in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards on the play.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Another carry now for Gurley. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Nick Perry. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker. And on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
All right, now look at 56. Set. Green, 39.
Here we go on 4th. Goff eluding the pressure right. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll come out in the pistol. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as it This will be incomplete. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Caught left side, Bennett. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep. Wiley.
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's caught left side. Tammy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. 3, 9.
They go play action here on first down. Backing up. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A final shot before break here. Gone. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They're trying to establish that running game, and they're really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
On play action, now Rodgers. It's caught, Nelson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Martellus Bennett, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now, it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And now a first down following that long gain. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Martellus Bennett, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. And he's got it up and through. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The one running back is Gurley. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Tammy's got it. Complete. A good pickup there at 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now Goff on first down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They come out here in the eye.
Green 39! Green 39!
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. A strong running. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Goff. Catch here, left side, Thomas. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, 32 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up the score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Alec Ogletree in on the stop. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So 3rd and inches, trying to pick it up the middle. He had nowhere to go, tackled for a loss.
And you know how we talk about double A-gap pressure, meaning linebackers going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side? Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
And he's got Bennett. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 17 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And complete on the right side to Bennett. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. In motion left moves Nelson. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Michael Brockers coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on 4th down, out trot. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And they'll stop him. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They come out here in the eye. Again they run with Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now Now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landing. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They come up in an offset eye. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They come out here in the eye. Now the second-year man from South Dakota State, it's Zach Zenner. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Charles, I think with the schedule